Anyway, let's watch the video from Voidovids. It's called Top 5 Worst Space Adventures.
Not all epic space adventures are epic, or take place in space, or are even adventures. Sometimes I don't get to experience anything truly noteworthy in our ludicrous space game that's worth all the editorial blood, sweat, and other bodily
Yeah, you need
fluids
two
that I
people for the
secrete
Kara
when
Cannibals.
cutting
Yeah.
together stories that capture heartbreaking attempts at trying to succeed in literally anything.
For some
that
reason,
Star Citizen
YouTube
provides
is not
that
running
qualifies as actual gameplay.
properly in the
Sometimes,
past
no matter
week,
how
and
much
it's
time
not
and
just me.
effort I put into enduring the modern Star Citizen 3.18 PTU experience, sadly, no cohesive narrative epic space adventure can come out of it. I guess that's just how life in the verse goes sometimes among these grim, dark, and inhospitable stars.
Dude, all of us are pissed off that there's nothing to talk about with this game at this point. Because 318, we had 317.12345 or 317 for like 10 months. And 318 is still in the PTU. There's nothing to talk about the PTU, like, because we already talked about it. And we already know what the PTU brings or what 318 brings to the table. So what's the point in talking about 318 again? It's so bad. And honestly, I'm pretty sure that like most content creators are fucking fed up.
However, I thrive on views, subscriptions, comments, likes, and dislikes alike, so here are my bottom 5 worst Voidy vids unepic mini-space adventures that I've strung together in a shameless attempt.
Yeah, there's new ships to talk about. Like, I told you the last stream, I'm not sure if you were there, Jack. I was like, dude, like, I want to make a video on Star Citizen, but the fuck am I gonna make, like, on my main channel? I posted 2 videos in the past 3 weeks. And both of them were reactions to ICs. Because there's nothing to talk about. And I was like, okay, should I make a video like which ships can we expect to see in Star Citizen this year? And like, no, I already did this fucking video, so what's the point? And the only thing that you can do is like make gameplay videos and be like, oh, like no other game does this and all that shit. So I'm not into that, honestly.
To keep the channel alive. Join me as we scrape the bottom of my barrel of ludicrous space game footage that I've managed to capture over the last week, where nothing too interesting happens and we can chalk it all up to me just being a good alpha testicle boy for Big Daddy Chris Roberts. Let's begin.
There is nothing happening.
We're in a
the
bunker
game.
now, and as you know, all good. Wait, never mind. That would make absolutely no sense. The server has 8 lottery-winning Star Citizens on board, and its frames are ticking at a rock-solid and rarely seen 30 FPS. I was so excited.
Wait. What? He actually played on a 30 FPS server.
Yes, I was so excited that I immediately rushed over to try out this bunker
Amazing.
in an attempt to experience what Chris
And you can see that it's hard capped at 30 FPS. He said that there's like 8 people on the server, but it's hard capped at 30 FPS, which again proves the point that I made a couple of times now, that their end goal for Star Citizen is 30 FPS, which is not good.
Roberts was talking about that one time when he admitted that in the build of the game that he gets to play, the NPCs aren't all trying to indoctrinate players into the cult of the holy chair.
Really quite frustrating, because in reviews I see fun behaviors, a lot more behaviors than there are actually in the PU right now. It's a lot smarter, but you know, you get into the live game, like there's just a lot of people standing on tables doing nothing.
Oh, they're shooting through the railings. I mean, look, they can aim, but their positioning and their like movement is still shit. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Rokumo. You can link it to me in the video
Let it
reaction
never
section.
be said that all I ever do is exploit Star Citizen for content. I can hear you thinking, damn Void dude, how large are your testicles? You just proved
Exactly.
that shooting out this elevator was ineffective. Throwing that
It's not shooting out the elevator, it's shooting through these little like holes here. Because you're firing here and you're hitting this shit. And if you try to, because it's physicalized
Let it never
actually,
be said that all
and if you're trying to shoot through this, and like this whole thing is much bigger, like server side, it's bigger than you can see it.
I can hear you thinking, damn Void.
Yeah, his aiming
how large
skill
are
is
your
not really
testicles? You just proved that shooting out
on
this
par.
elevator was ineffective. Throwing that grenade was truly a reckless play. To which I respond, valued and handsome viewer, that shit's nothing. You should probably check out the rest of this channel's timeless content.
Okay, mic is still working. I plugged my mouse in because it's glowing red.
Glitchy head registration elevators aside, it's clear that well-performing servers provide a combat experience with AI that vaguely resembles any other game. I can't wait for the day that some industry develops the technology to improve CIG servers, but at this rate, NASA or that Musk fellow would have to literally make contact with superior alien life, and when humanity
So let's talk about the 30 FPS AI.
enters a new age of prosperity,
So he just fucking killed like 3 guys here,
CIG servers.
and this guy didn't hear it.
At this rate, NASA or that Musk fellow would have to literally make contact with superior alien life, and when humanity
There's no I in the AI. It's just A.
enters a new age of prosperity amongst an inconceivably advanced intergalactic community, perhaps then CIG will be able to procure the hardware necessary for these servers to run this game. There's been talk about how selling illicit products from the various stash houses around the Stanton system, such as everyone's favorite Jumptown location, are now
Artificial
actually
dumbness.
lucrative again.
Yeah.
If these updates hold true for the live release of 3.18, coupled with the fact that we now have physicalized cargo, then not only will we enter a new era of general piracy as well as the beginnings of the Salvage wars, but it will also reintroduce the drug
Yeah.
smuggling wars as well.
Are we cool, bro?
Yeah, nice ship.
Thanks, man. Are you waiting for Jumptown to start?
Yeah,
Might be a while.
it's really huge with 2 doors.
Yeah, nice updates.
We're now joined by known puff smuggler It's Not Fair.
If like 5 people come to buy from here, does their stock run out?
Oh yeah. I'm assuming it's going to be a bit of a mission in live, but we can figure it out.
So what, Slam is good, Widow's good?
So the reason why
That's
this is
good.
working right now is because it's not in the PU. Like they're gonna have enough stuff, and Grimhex is probably gonna buy all of it because nobody's actually doing that, like they're doing that in the PU.
Good.
And all the
Stands
servers are
Widows,
connected
Okay, Ultrixon's
in the
okay.
PU.
So how much money have you actually got then?
I've got 4,000 credits, bro.
So that's why whenever you go to Grimhex to sell, you can see that it doesn't buy anything, and you gotta wait there, maybe even store your ship and do something else, try it again. So yeah.
Well, come escort me to Brio's, and then I'll give you like 50.
Every now and then, every PTU, I see like a content creator, and I'm not bashing on Voidy because I love the dude, but I see like content creators talking about the new routes that are working in Star Citizen because they played it in the PTU and they saw how trading actually works, and they want to make it, and they make a lot of views, and then people actually try it in the PU. And it doesn't work because of that, because all of the servers are interconnected and all the economy is ran on a completely different server that is connected to all the other servers.
Okay,
So that's
I'll put this on YouTube. and
basically the
see
first
the
instance
from
of
it.
server meshing that we got.
Yeah, man, let's do it, dude. I'm actually quite keen to see what Brio's is like. If this is actually lucrative. Dude, that means like Jumptown is back in more ways than one, bro.
Yep.
Imagine chilling here with a sniper rifle.
That's you, yeah?
Yep.
And I am back to one more.
How much did I make? 202k off 12 boxes. Bro, is this what it's like in 3.17?
Yeah.
But the stuff just doesn't refresh properly. What?
I mean, it still does. That was a recent update that they fixed all this.
There's fairly decent credits to be made running Slam to and from Yella and
That's the issue. It does refresh, but there's too much people buying and selling on all the servers.
Daymar, which means competitive smugglers will find all kinds of exciting new ways to ruin your day, and any new reasons to visit Jumptown are
What is
great
happening
in my
here?
book. Nice one, Chris. Many other Star Citizen
They need to fix the economy. That's the thing. It's not a server issue. It's not like that's just like a fucking economy issue. So the whole economy and how it works at like prime time, or what's the word that I'm looking for? Like when there's like a ton of players playing during the day, the economy needs to act differently to what it acts like when it's like during the night when people are not playing.
Content creators have already covered how doing the supply re-up mission is a great way to get a market to jump.
Yeah, the economy is basically
the dice in the hopes that some
non-existent
loot boxes may spawn there for you. I rolled my dice and landed on a
Yet
carrot
there it is.
that happened to be parked at DC SR2. I love
And
the
it's
ship,
making like a lot of haulers angry for fucking years.
but never pass up the opportunity to perform a harmless self-guided tour through its every Trekkie's dream interior. However, it appears that the holodeck has malfunctioned once again. For f***'s sake, Picard, get your together.
You scared me, bro. Don't give me a crime stats. I'll raise you.
I have no intention of resuscitating this unluckiest of Star Citizens. I am simply stalling in the hopes that he won't press charges. In hindsight, I totally forgot to ask if he would consent to this PvP encounter.
Now he gets reported for griefing and hacking.
I'm simply human after all, and was genuinely surprised when he appeared on the other side of that cool science fiction door.
Oh, I said don't give me a crime stat, bro.
In the heat of the moment, I do the only thing that I could think of at the time. Don't judge me, at least I have this bottom of the barrel content for your viewing pleasure and or displeasure depending
He's gonna
on
get
how
killed.
you feel about Star Citizen
He's gonna
and
get himself killed.
piracy. We're
This dude is fucking like he
in
respawned.
an Anvil Carrack now, and as you know, all good ships have a name, so I decided to call this one, Man, this is so exciting. Just think about all the content a ship like this could provide the channel. Maybe I
None.
won't have to make that backup video about the 5 worst
Yeah, he's already dead.
space adventures.
But also, I have a loner Carrick, and Voidy, you're gonna get like a 0 content out of it.
Oh, what?
Yep, he was ready.
Well, never
dead.
mind. Can
He
you
already
imagine
fucking
that if
respawned.
I wasn't a smooth-brained space idiot and actually remembered that the Carrack has a medbay and that the owner of the ship could respawn there, perhaps I might have felt
Is Voidy like a new player? As far as I know, he's not a new player.
him again. What if he continuously respawned due to not being able to change his location? Would I then continuously murder him, thus forcing him into some horrific
Also, how did he spawn in like the full set of armor?
to not being able to change his location? Would I then continuously murder him, thus
he forgets
forcing him
things?
into some
Okay.
horrific Groundhog Day waking death nightmare? I wonder if anything like this has ever happened in Star Citizen before, and how CIG might handle such a precarious matter. I'm sure they would realize that the game is still just an alpha, and the fairly complex nuances regarding situations like this require more tools and development to allow players to effectively handle it themselves. I'm sure they wouldn't send out a warning in some weird knee-jerk reaction, am I right? It had come to my attention that there was a pretty incredible new location in Star Citizen 3.18 that I had not yet been able to sink my space teeth into. Whistler's Crypt is a new location on Totally Not Tatooine that reinforces the fact that Star
Totally Not
Citizen is just a
Tatooine.
few ISC episodes away from announcing that we're getting scuffed lightsabers.
Dude, like, I was about to say that this looks amazing, but then all the janky fucking ships, it's just like breaks the immersion and the awesomeness
Just a few ISC episodes away
of
from
the game
announcing
itself,
that we're getting scuffed
or of the
lightsabers
location
officially
itself.
introduced into our ludicrous space game.
Yeah, like seriously.
Like lightsaber battles. Who's got a mighty laser?
That is so cool.
We're in an Origin Junkworks 350R now, and as you know, all good ships have a name, so I decided to call this one, Consider This Epic Rescue, my official Medrunner's org application.
Lay down covering fire.
I'm gonna record this and I'm gonna call it to consider this my Medrunner application. Oh, no, my guy's getting out the shop.
What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Now,
You are.
dead. Thanks, brother. Oh, I'm flying.
I'm very scared.
Do you have any idea where the shots came from?
Okay, I'm just sprinting to my...
So I don't know if you watched the stream where we went to this place, and it was like a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, maybe even 2 months ago. I don't fucking know, because this 318 is in the PTU for fucking ever. But it was like 3 of us, and we got shot at by a player, and we were like, where are we getting shot from? And my friend said, from the south. Where the fuck is the south? There is no south. So we need a fucking compass. And it's so easy, like, to play the game when you have a fucking compass. And I'm pretty sure that it's fairly easy to, like, implement into the game.
Fucking yeah, I'm gonna shoot the fucking air to these guys.
Yeah.
Someone else has accepted the rescue beacon now, and they're 57 million kilometers away.
Fair.
Yeah.
Can you knock me out?
I don't even see your marker, but
I'm right behind you.
We'll just shoot
No,
them.
you're not.
you're invisible.
This was a complete
Yep.
cluster, but known revenge enthusiast Major Starstuff and I have sworn that we will wreak havoc on the AI denizens of Whistler's Crypt.
Says ground control to Major Star stuff.
Fuck was this bug now? What is this? This is his mobilass, isn't it?
Ground control to Major Star stuff.
Has anyone actually gotten anything done this session?
Those are literally shipwreckages. I thought these were buildings.
Oh
Other
my
NPC
God.
ships.
The NPC ship landing on all the dead NPC ships. Remember when they sold us the nav mesh and the planetary landings of the AI ships and how they're gonna fly in without them saying that they're gonna spawn in like 2 kilometers away, but they're gonna fly in and they're gonna find a landing spot and they're gonna land there. It's just one landing spot and they always land on top of each other.
I found some dude's body just like lying here and looting him. Oh, rip.
It has a shield. Whoa, that's better.
Dude.
It's a part of his suit. Who the fuck was this?
Dude.
Oh my god, that's the guy that he killed that like flew. What the fuck? Yeah, the grenade icon. Amazing. You're hitting the shield. You're obviously hitting the shield. And your pistol is not gonna penetrate. Yeah, he stood up from the knockdown.
He's still there.
But the grenade like landed on the NPC's feet. And he fucking flew. Where is it? Watch this. Like, this is the guy, and the grenade is like right next to him that exploded.
Dude.
No, and down. Where did
He's
those
still
What is this though? What is this shit?
No, and down. Where did
He's
those
still
shots come from?
there. I joke about face smashing, but holy shit, man.
Like, coming back to Morphologist's video where he said that we should report everyone that we find suspicious. Should we report all the fucking AI?
On the server, dude.
It's like 11.
Got it, Void. Got it, Void. There's two up here. Just have to.
We don't need to use a C4 or grenades to destroy medical beds. There's a fucking screen. We can just go to the screen. If they let us, we could just go to the screen, click on the like resets all the spawn points or whatever, and it just like resets and nobody can spawn there. That like had its whoever had his spawn point set there couldn't spawn there anymore because we reset it.
Hit, that's the problem. Come on.
That's like the
guys.
easiest way to do it.
Come here.
This game, man.
Overall, a pretty interesting location where you can grab at least 2 sniper rifles and some loot boxes that can actually be moved around. However, unfortunately, cannot fit large weapons inside of them. If you've seen my previous video, link in the description, you know that I have a soft spot for the convicts of Clesure Rehabilitation Facility, who may decide to desperately navigate the labyrinthian bowels of the prison to attempt...
Yeah, you maybe have a few seconds, but it doesn't matter if you kill the guy once or twice when he's in the medbay. The issue is like continuously killing him and like filling up the fucking Garrick or the A90 jump with his body.
At clearing their crime stats.
bodies.
So I've accepted a bounty for an escaped convict, and I cannot wait to dispense Chris's divine judgment upon them. We're in a Drake Interplanetary Corsair now, and as you know, all good ships have a name, so I decided to call this one the Ursa Evacuator. As we make our approach, I notice an Anvil Rescue Pisces off to port, and I suspect that he's here to potentially save his escapee friend who I have marked for death. The defenses of Klesha discriminate against no one, and their missile defense program manages to provide some free streamlining modifications to our ship. Man, what a flawless approach. We make our way to the cargo area where I have an Ursa rover ready to go, because I'm kind of like Space Batman now and I'm always prepared. However, I discover that it needs a bit of a tune-up, so we'll head off on foot. The rescue Pisces we detected earlier shows up, and I decide to make first contact.
Hello?
Yeah, the Corsair is not flyable anymore.
His offer for a ride was a bit insulting, as just one look at my ship should tell you that it is perfectly space-worthy and should be faster and easier to fly this way as well. I decide to clear out the mess of the Ursa Evacuator, but fail to evacuate the Ursa. Man, physics engines in games are just so cool. We finally head off to the target on foot, and I am 100% confident that we'll get there by the time he opens one of the garages.
No, it wasn't them. It was the torpedoes from Klesha.
Kill 2 convicts with 1 bullet by acquiring the bounty and procuring his Ursa in one foul space swoop. Sadly,
Yeah, he is
700
funny.
meters out, the market
I love him.
disappears. Either this escapee lacks true dedication, or the bowels of Klesha have claimed yet another victim. A pain I know all too well, my friend. May you rest in peace. We return to the Ursa Evacuator with plenty of time to spare and depart before we die of exposure, ready to take on another unepic mini-space adventure.
It actually flies?
Distance between ourselves and the Klesha missile defense program.
What?
I enter third
It actually flies?
person view to see if the Ursa
That's new.
Evacuator can evacuate.
Because like even in space, once your wing is off, it just goes into a fucking flat spin and it's
Vice
done.
versa. I perform a tactical loop-the-loop maneuver to potentially generate enough of a force reaction to express our unwanted cargo. Oh well, never mind. I hope you enjoyed these 5 worst Voidy vids unepic mini-space adventures that went nowhere and meant nothing. Thank you to my patrons for all your support. Your incredible generosity continues to blow me away. Thinking of pledging to this ludicrous space game? Then use one of the referral codes on screen now for a free 5,000 starting credits. If you enjoy my content and are interested in supporting the channel beyond a like and a subscribe, check the links in the description. It genuinely helps me to continue producing these videos. Also, follow me on Twitter if you're so inclined. I go through uncontrollable bouts of tweets now and then, and I love interacting with people there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you around the verse. Cheers.
Right. Thank you, Voidy. So that's the issue. The fucking jankiness of the game. That's the issue. Like there is no content to be made in Star Citizen in the past year.